Warm welcome to the Good Investing Talks podcast. I'm your host, Tilman Fersch, and the Berkshire meeting is coming again. In a good tradition, I want to use the chance to share interesting events and interesting content about the Berkshire meeting on this channel in the weeks ahead. So here you can find invites to events that are happening on the ground or interesting content. I hope you enjoy it, and please RSVP to the many events. Thank you. The audience of Good Investing Talks, it's great to have you back. And also, Tom Gayner, it's great to have you back. The Berkshire meeting is around the corner, as you can see from these pictures behind me in my new studio in Berlin. And that's also time for an invite. Tom already made an invite last year to Markel's event in Omaha, and he's also inviting this year. So what is planned from Markel's side in Omaha?
Well, thank you, Tilman. Yes, it would be my great pleasure to welcome you and any of your friends and colleagues to join us in Omaha on Sunday morning after the Berkshire meeting. We'll be at the Marriott Hotel in the main ballroom starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. Be there a little bit early. I understand at this point we have about 1,100 people that have registered for the brunch, and we'll be there and happy to take questions and chat and see folks and visit for an hour and a half, 2 hours. As long as people have things they want to talk about, we'll be there to welcome you and answer your questions.
So brunch means two things. There is room for a lot of questions. Yes, or?
Yes, absolutely. As is our tradition, we have no presentations or anything we're doing that's scheduled or formal. It is a time for you all to ask questions, and we'll do our best to answer your questions. And to your point, if I can jump ahead to your second point about brunch, there'll be some food. So yes, we'll have some biscuits and some coffee for that time.
That's great. Coffee is always great in the morning.
Indeed,
and not only in the morning. So the agenda is just a Q&A for this event.
Correct.
And you just stand in the audience, and there are microphones, and people can ask their questions through the microphones.
3 or 4 microphones set up, and there'll be a queue, and we'll take questions in the order that people stand up and ask their questions.
And who are expecting there to, like, the people that come there, who could they meet? Is it passionate investors or who's around there?
Certainly. I think one of the great things about the Berkshire meeting over the years is, to some extent, it is a convention of people who have sort of the value mindset and think about investing in the way that Buffett has so graciously taught us over so many years. And there will be people literally from all over the world that attend that meeting, and we'll have our sampling of that at the Markel brunch.
Like, what kind of episode is it? When have you started with this tradition?
We started back in 1991, was the first year. It was when I first joined Markel, and I told Steve Markel at that time that the people who are most likely to understand what we're trying to do at Markel are people who already own Berkshire. So rather than try to convince people to come to Richmond, let's go to Omaha and just start meeting people. That very first year we did it, we had 6 people around the table, and we ate bagels and drank coffee and answered questions and chatted for about 2 hours. And all we did, and all we have done over the years, is just said to whoever was there. And now in today's world, virtually, as this conversation is taking place, if you wish to attend, we'll be there next year, and we'd love to have you. And that's grown from the 6 people that were there in 1991 to roughly 11 or 1,200 that have been there in the last couple times we've done this.
So it's a 200x, one of your 200x investments you did.
That is correct.
Great. How can I register for the event?
I believe if you go to Markel Omaha Brunch, and I'm sorry, I don't know the technical answer to your question. I should, but if you Google Markel Omaha Brunch, I think you'll find links there that allow for registration.
Okay, we also put a link in the show note. The question was a bit tricky. So is there anything you want to add on the event, the brunch?
I think that covers it. Other than that, we love that gathering. We enjoy meeting people. We very much enjoy your questions. We learn from that, and we're grateful for the interest shown by people who come. So we look forward to seeing you.
Great. Then we see each other again in Omaha on Sunday at 10 in the morning at the Markel brunch.
Perfect.
Great to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you.